Hey guys, welcome to the Indy Sports Talk podcast. I'm Stephen Mitchell, sports reporter and advertising manager. I'm here today with Junior Bundy, sports reporter and online editor Elliott Lang, and our sports editor Michael Larsen-Teeters. Guys, got a lot to talk about. Clark men's and women's teams lost by narrow margins, 3 points, both by 3 points on Wednesday night against Chemeketa. Michael, tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game in the fourth quarter.
We're talking about the women's team, correct?
Yeah, Clark's women's team, they won. I mean, they lost 55-52, despite an amazing fourth quarter. They scored 20. They outscored Chemeketa 20-8 in the fourth quarter, and it's just their shooting percentage. They shot 33% from the field, and it's just not getting it done. But they have to improve their field goal percentage if they're going to make it to the playoffs.
And I know you were telling me last week they were the smallest in the league, right? In the NWAC South.
Yeah, essentially. They're in the lower half of height, so they're not getting the rebounds. So collectively, adding the poor field goal percentage and the height, that goes straight into it doesn't result well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, based off this last game, that puts them in eighth in the NWAC South, with 2 games behind the playoff cut line and with 4 games remaining. So, what do you think that they need to try and do as far as the next game?
Yeah, they're gonna have to dig. I'd say they have to improve their field goal percentage.
Yeah.
The rebounds, it's not gonna come to them, but they have to take advantage of every possession they have because they have less possessions. They have a ton of points per possession, but they don't have the possession.
Yeah. Okay. So now, Jared, we're talking about the men's team. We were. I know we had Jordan Burney and Michael Hill with us last week, and they're what? Tell me, they're in 4th place with their about 500. What's going on with them?
Yeah. They're ranked 6-6 in the league. Unfortunately, they have had some tough games. Like they've lost to Chemeketa twice now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they've had a good showing in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that they need to build off of and continue to do that.
Yeah.
I think their biggest downfall would have to be their free throw percentage.
Yeah.
I talked to Jordan Burney at the beginning of the season after their first game, which was unfortunately a loss. He was below 50, I believe, and he said that we needed at least at a 75 if we want to win.
Well, he was even telling us that last week. I mean, he just basically kind of told on himself.
Yeah.
But then he said he was talking about how he was one of the strongest guys in the league as well, and even Michael Hill was saying that they need collectively as a team they need to bring their field goal percentage up.
What was their free throw percentage like in that game?
I think
it was 6 for 13 in the Wednesday game.
Okay.
So if they would have shot 10 for 13, possibly could have pulled out the win. That's not to say you never know how the game's
Yeah, because they
turn
might
out.
have a last minute.
But that's definitely the
like that.
biggest thing that they have to improve on is the free throw percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, just kind of onto the Blazers, guys. Tell me about Yusuf Nurkic and that trade. I mean, a lot of Portland fans are happy.
Well, a lot of Portland fans don't really know, kind of how they kind of go different ways. A lot of people liked Plumlee. I personally liked Plumlee.
Yeah.
I thought he was a great player, good person.
Yeah.
So I wish him well as he goes to the Nuggets. But I think that it was in the end, O'Shea did a really good job bringing in Yusuf Nurkic, tall guy. Coming in, he's going to secure the center position. His first game against the Jazz the other night, he had 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block, and that was in 21 minutes of play. So that's not too bad, especially on a first game. But the trade itself is what's really interesting because it takes, even though it takes Plumlee away, who's a younger player, a little more active, you're looking at Portland getting a first round draft pick out of it. So that gives them
crucial.
3 first round draft picks for the 2017 draft, which it's already going to be a very stacked draft.
Yeah, they're looking to the future.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to the future. Obviously, they want to get some big men in here. I think Portland really needs to get a small forward or power forward. Bring that type of talent in. Maybe even use some of these draft picks use them as other trades possibly. I know that there's been some other trade rumors coming in. You know, the trade deadline is coming pretty quickly. So who knows if Portland is looking just to the future, if they're even going to try and do something, you know, maybe make a short push for the playoffs this year. But
All-Star weekend this week.
All-Star weekend is right here, and right now Portland is 10th in the West Coast Division. Yeah. So we'll see what they do. But I do like the play. I like what they did. Unfortunately, you know, Utah beat Portland 111-88 the other night, and that was just. There was some poor play from Dame and some poor play from CJ a little bit, and you know, Blazers just had a hard time. I think it's just, you know, adjusting to the new player, and adjusting to the new things that are happening. But I think that they'll start to work well. So we'll definitely see.
Yeah.
The future looks bright. You know.
Well, speaking of bright futures and you know, turning things around, and the Blazers, I mean, Brandon Roy up in Seattle, Nathan Hale High School. What's he doing up there, Jer?
Well, he's doing a lot for them, for sure. Just last season, they were 3-18. Now he's turned them around in his first season as their head coach. They're 22-0.
What a great story, man.
I mean, this is a guy that wouldn't even talk basketball just last year. He would stay away from all the NBA games. He's had unfortunately, a sad career with 6 seasons plagued by injuries.
Yeah.
So that's. Hopefully they can do more with the team.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep my eye on them, man. That's just a hell of a story.
And I think he definitely feels like at least he's beloved here in Portland. I mean, none of the Portland fans were ever really, you know, angry at Brandon Roy. It was just, you know, it's just tough luck. It's injuries. You know, it happens in sports.
Yeah, he reminded me of Penny Hardaway in that sense. You know, I mean, there was just so much promise, and the guy just unfortunately.
And I mean, he did deliver on a lot of that promise. I mean, even within the injuries, for what he was capable of doing when he played and how he played, he definitely delivered on a lot of that stuff. It's just unfortunate that he couldn't, you know, prolong that and get into a help with a younger team and be part of that. So,
and he was a 2-time All-Star. I
believe so.
Yeah. No, it's just that was great. You were telling me about that.
Great player, great.
Yeah, so the Mariners, spring training's already started, but the first games will start on the 22nd.
Yeah.
I think a big thing that people are looking forward to is King Felix, to see if he will return to the King Felix of old. He's playing for Venezuela this year in the World Baseball Classic, so hopefully that's a good tune-up for him as they get into the regular season. And hopefully they can make a good push for the playoffs.
And they picked up another starter too, right?
Yeah, it was Giovanni Gallardo.
Okay.
He was a starter for Baltimore, and before that for Texas.
All right.
Felix Hernandez was the last pitcher to throw a perfect game in 2012. So if he can get back to his form like that, I mean, you're not going to throw a perfect game every time, but
hell of a bar to get back to. You know,
but if you get back,
you haven't had a perfect game since 2012. So
but you know,
it's go ahead.
Getting back to that, I mean, like that'll just make the Mariners a lot more dangerous, and they definitely need to. They've been kind of teetering around the 500 mark, so they need a little bit more danger to get up there, but I think they can do it this year. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. You were telling me Robinson Cano's been hitting the ball pretty well too, right?
Yeah, last season was probably one of his best seasons. It's a big thing that Mariners fans are hoping for, is they can continue that within the next season with the long ball. That was their savior. That was their saving grace last season.
Yeah. And then you went to Monday Night Raw. We were supposed to go to that together.
Yeah, it was in.
How'd it go, man?
It was in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, it was a great show. Samoa Joe debuted it as in his first match. It was a pretty good show. After that, that Sunday they had the Elimination Chamber for the SmackDown show. Yeah. And Bray Wyatt ended up beating 5 other superstars to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from John Cena. Yeah. So I was looking that he was going to go on to face Randy Orton at WrestleMania, their version of the Super Bowl. But Randy Orton, at the end of the SmackDown, came out and said, "As long as you are my master and I am the servant, he's not going to fight him." Wow. Oh, wow. So they're kind of at who knows what they're going to do as far as management. Yeah. Doesn't have a match. So.
You were telling me about Seth Rollins too. He tore his MCL or his ACL?
Yeah, his MCL. He tore it on the January 30th episode of Raw. Yeah. So they're hoping to get him back in time for WrestleMania. Who knows? Yeah. He's supposed to get back literally the week before. as far as that goes. And on that recent note, we got some sad news in the world of professional wrestling. WWE Hall of Famer George the Animal Steel passed away yesterday at the age of 79.
What? He was already 79?
Yes.
Okay.
Damn, I remember him. He used to like bite the turnbuckle out.
Yeah.
You know, and then like smash guys' heads into it. And he was on the good side of wrestling too, right? You know?
Yes. It was. The green tongue.
Yeah, and he had this feud with Randy Macho Man Savage. It was like a lovers triangle for what was her name, Elizabeth.
Yeah. Yes.
Remember
Miss
that?
Elizabeth.
Yeah. And
So,
then
yeah,
and then
so
there was
quite
one with
a while
Hulk
ago.
Hogan too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's back in the day. That was
way
back in the day.
Yeah, those were the golden years of wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm surprised these young bucks don't remember any of that or know they knew that.
Well, is there a good side of wrestling and a bad side?
Yes.
I mean, is that,
There still is today.
Yeah.
It's not the same as it used to be. Say your prayers
So,
and take your vitamins.
Are they more like multiple different sides, kind of like just,
Yeah, there's more personality to it than
Yeah.
there was before. It's not just
Yeah.
good and bad. It's
so multiple
There's
a lot
shades of gray.
multiple,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
multiple
people
groups
cheer
kind of just
Yeah.
fighting for the main thing.
yeah.
What group would you say Randy Orton lies in?
Right now, he's definitely a bad guy. The one guy that I would say is kind of in between right now is Dean Ambrose. That guy's a
Yeah.
straight lunatic. You'll see him do anything,
Yeah.
but he's not your clear cut baby face like John Cena. Short hair, big.
He's your boy, right?
16 champion.
That's your boy, right? Is your
No,
favorite
no,
one?
no.
Is your favorite wrestler?
I have I'd
Yeah.
have to go with either Seth Rollins right now, as far as things
There,
go.
folks. All right, hey guys, don't forget about Clark's next game is March 1st. Clark men's and women's basketball is March 1st. Women will tip off at 5:30. Men will tip off at 7:30. Michael, what's going on with the rest of the season?
Yeah, baseball, softball, and track and field are coming up for Clark. Their first game / meets will be starting in early March. Make sure to make it out to them. There should be a pretty good games / meets.
And tell me about this day of sports history, buddy.
Oh, day in sports history. All right, so today it was February 18th, 1983, and the NBA, the Indiana Pacers began a 28-game road losing streak, which is a terrible losing streak for anybody.
That's
And,
pretty dismal.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think you were saying earlier, Stephen, that was pre Reggie Miller.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
of course we remember Reggie Miller all throughout the '90s as being
Yeah.
the key guy, the
Yeah.
3-point shooter there.
Yeah.
Do you remember that feud he had with Spike
man.
Lee?
Oh yeah. I loved Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
he's talking for
Yeah. I like him. He's a good announcer.
Yeah, he's a good announcer. He's a great announcer.
He's a great
He's-
color guy.
he's-
He really is.
He's just a real swell
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
real swell guy. But when he was out there on that court, he was definitely a contender. So
Yeah.
um,
Poor guy never
I would
won one.
have I would have liked to have seen him
Yeah.
to win a championship, but that's the era of Jordan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you do at that point?
All right.
But
All right.
Well, all right, guys. Hey, well, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will be on in the next couple weeks, and so just keep your eye on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll be seeing you. Thanks.